What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. I'm your boy Scribble, and I apologize for not putting out any videos sooner, but I have been away looking after dogs for my mother. I'm sure you're all massively enthralled in the ramifications of my personal life, but I'm back. I'm back, baby, you know it. Let's break down the latest news, shall we? Alright, so Tuscan Meathead did do a title update post just last night. We have had the kit reveal of Jedi Knight Cal. He looks pretty phenomenal by the looks of things. I will say it does look like it is a very tempting character to go for. Whether or not you are pushing for Territory Battle, Performance, additional Get Rewards, additional Chirotech, I will let that down to you all individually to decide. I will, of course, give you my opinion. Take that with whatever grain of salt you would like to. So let's see, what are we talking about in today's post? So, required update, yep. All good. We're getting the new Zeffo bonus zone in the next version of TB, which is dropping very, very shortly. We've got fleet management, which for those of you that already updated the game, would have already seen that. We have got the new TB stat management, which is nice for TB officers, I guess. Turn order visualization, something that is pretty cool. Anybody that's played anything like Final Fantasy X, something like that, will have already been accustomed to this kind of visual representation of who's going next. I like it. Treasure node simming in Conquest is a huge quality of life update. To be honest, this entire update is massive quality of life updates, which I actually am incredibly thankful for, CG. Great work. I love anything that makes this game easier to play and more enjoyable to play, so thank you so much for that. Props where props are due. I will always give them props there. So the Zeffo bonus node, that is the first thing to discuss. What is it? Okay, so we knew when this new version of TB, the Rise of the Empire TB, was being introduced, that they were going to go ahead and throw in it like iterative versions of the event. So as we play, as new characters come to the game and new events unfold, we are going to be gaining access to brand new planets with new special missions, new combat missions, etc, etc, etc. Zeffo is the first of these for us. It's making use of Jedi Knight Cal, or rather, I suppose, yes, it is making use of Jedi Knight Cal, but all of the Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor characters that we will be getting. So, in order to unlock, you need to have, I believe it's 30 completions of the Siajunda/Cal mission completed in any given TB. Gives you access to a brand new planet, which is Zeffo, okay? You see here, we need 30 guild members to do it. You need to get 30 guild members to do it each and every time TB goes live. So there is incentive there for your entire guild to invest in the Cal characters and get them done, okay? The mission on Zeffo require light side characters at Relic 7 or higher. Missions have the following additional requirements. Combat Mission 1, no additional requirements. You get 162,500 territory points essentially for the first phase, and double that then if you complete the 2 waves, which is great. Combat Mission 2, you need to use 5 unaligned Force users. Now it says light side, I'm assuming you need to use light side unaligned Force users. Maybe you can use dark side, not entirely clear. I imagine it's going to be all light side. And again, same reward structure here. And then there is a Jedi Knight Cal Kestis mission in which you need to have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and presumably any light side characters. I assume he'll go well with Jedi. Okay. There's also a special mission in which you need 5 clone troopers, so make use of your brand new Captain Rex, and it rewards you with 50 Mark II Guild Event tokens. Personally, for me, this special mission, if it was Mark III Guild tokens, sign me up. But Mark II, don't get me wrong, they obviously have use for Mark II Guild tokens, but it's not the new shiny, I'm not interested. Ship mission for Negotiator, you get 682,500 territory points. Fine. Important note for players, Combat Mission 1 and the Special Mission both feature combat against Tomb Guardians, which if you've played in the Fallen Order games, you will be familiar with. They've got these little electronic balls in their chest that you can push out and stun them and stuff. It's great. So these guys can only be killed when they are stunned. To bring stunning characters, I guess. We'll see how that goes as we get there. Not all bonus zones will be the same, meaning Zeffo's rewards and requirements will likely be different from future bonus zones. Yeah, so just because they have set a precedent here with, hey, we're going to have 3 combat missions, 1 special mission, 1 fleet mission, and it's going to reward the following amount of territory points, and you're going to get the following bonus track rewards. Do not think that that means every single brand new planet bonus zone will be the same. They're just giving themselves some wiggle room there, guys. Okay, so what about the rewards? 3 tiers of rewards. You can get, if you get 150 million territory points, essentially, you'll get 150 Mark III Guild Event tokens. It's okay. 20 Kyrotech battle computers. Nice little bit of extra Kyrotech will never go amiss, in my opinion. If you hit 2, you'll get everything in the first tier, I'm assuming. You'll also get an extra 300 Mark III Guild tokens, and then you get 20 Shock Prods, which is the more valuable Kyrotech, as it gets used about 50% more frequently than the computer. And if you get reward 3, you'll gain an additional star for your overall star rating. Now, this is literally tacked right on top of the other rewards. The entire rewards across the board have been increased to make use of the new star that's been given. Right at the top end, it does mean super rewards, but nobody is even close to getting 55 or 56 stars, however much the top end is in TB. Long-term goals, but it does mean that, you know, people that can hit this 3 billion or whatever it is, 300 million territory point requirement for this middle zone will be able to get their rewards bumped up 1 tier. Sometimes that's a big increase, sometimes it's a negligible increase, but it's all just additional stuff. Okay. So yeah, as they said, all of this just adds additional rewards on top. Make of that what you will. I mean, are these like phenomenal rewards? No, but if you think of it in the context of this is just extra stuff. Jedi Knight Cal seems to be pretty great. You know, his kit seems to be very strong. Looks like he's going to be a very worthwhile character investing in. Going down here and going up to this new planet and getting some extra rewards is just extra juicy stuff, extra icing on the cake. Why not? Why not? So they're saying this is the top end reward here. But this is all the way at the top end. This is if you're hitting that 55 stars. You know, nobody's hitting this, guys. Let's be honest. Nobody's hitting this, but it does mean that everybody's bumping up 1 tier threshold, okay? So we do also have platoons or operations available. I like how they're calling it platoons here when, you know, it should be called operations, as that's what they've changed it to now. But hey, I will forgive CG their typos for now. All characters are required at Relic 7s and ships are just 7 stars. So taking a quick glance over, I'm not going to pull out anything in particular, but you know, there's quite a lot of GLs in this sector. Look at that Zeb. Oh my days, I've got an R9 Zeb. I'll easily be able to fill that one out. We've got JTR, we've got JMK, we've got Ray, Ben Solo. Just trying to see, oh, Rekka's there, okay. The Raddest, Juhani, Kyle Katarn. The worst tank in the game. It's not really. Yeah, taking a look at it, there's nothing massively outlandish about these requirements. And don't forget, guys, you can do these. If you unlock Zeffo early on, you can still take several days to actually clear it out. So you don't even have to fill out all these operations in one day. And provided you can hit these tier 1 rewards here, 160, no, sorry, apologies. Where is it? 150 million, essentially, territory battles for Star 1. If you can just preload that, just to below that 1 star, you should theoretically be able to get the 3 stars the next day just by maxing out those combat missions. So if you take your time with it, a lot of guilds here should be able to just bump up their rewards 1 tier across the board. It's not terrible. Not terrible. You're probably going to be getting quite a lot of additional platoon territory points just from filling out these operations. They're saying because of the 3 territory battle Omicrons that we're getting with Cal Kestis, they will never have him required as a platoon requirement, because they're like, hey, if you put a triple Omis on there, maybe, you know, let them use them. It's because it's TB. Not many people put a lot of TB Omicrons on. So fleet management is finally here. We've been asking for this for years, guys. We've had squad management for ages. This is nice. This is nice to be able to, you know, just save your fleets together, so you can just go in and go, boom, fleet assigned, great, love it. I'm very much on board with this. Again, I do feel like it was something that should have been in the game for a long time. It's nice to see that you've got a little relic identifier here to know how many relic levels are on that particular pilot, but it's nice. It's good quality of life stuff. Territory battle stats update, so now you'll be able to see exactly who's gained what sort of points, who's done which combat missions, how much undeployed GP they've got, how many rogue actions they've got. This is all super, super useful information for the territory battle officers in your guild, and I absolutely 100% will support CG in making these decisions. These are the sort of changes that keeps players happy in the game, alright? So if they can keep on pushing out these little quality of life changes, let's take a look at datacron management. Guys, honestly, CG, I hate having to, you know, there's no accurate way of filtering, sorting, looking at your datacrons in a useful way, managing them, cycling between next, like, sort it out. And while you're at it, look at data disks for Conquest. They're also a pain to navigate. So hopefully this gives me hope that CG is actually taking quality of life concerns to heart. And yeah, check it out. Look at all these filters that you can do. You can see who's done the operation deployments, who's done rogue actions, who's got undeployed GP. Super, super easy. If only there was a way of going like undeployed GP, ping a message so it does a push notification to players' phones to say, hey, go deploy your GP in territory battles, be a team player. That would be great. The visualization turn order, this is really, really useful, guys. I've always liked this sort of thing. We now no longer have to do calculations and look at, you know, the turn meter bars and make an estimate. Oh, who's going to go next? Who's going to go next? No, you just got a little icon here. You do have to push a little button on the right-hand side of the screen that will just whip it out. But this easily tells you, look, Sortie's turn is now. Afterwards, it's going to be R2. Then it's going to be Chopper. Then it's going to be T3. Then it's going to be L3. Really useful. Obviously, it doesn't account for things like bonus turns, reactive bonus turns, like B2 gaining a bonus turn because his ally got hurt. But this is still so much better than what we had before. There's no guesswork involved anymore. I like it a lot. Good. Thank you, CG. And of course, it applies to fleets as well. Very, very easy. Although I'm not sure. Oh, okay, that's enemy ship. I thought Akbar isn't dark side, but then I saw Scimitar as light side and all that business. Okay, cool. This one is huge. Thank you so much for this, CG. Sim treasure nodes in Conquest, the bonus nodes at the end of Conquest. We can sim them. Presumably once you hit 3 stars on them, but we can sim them, guys. Sim them. Yes, they do not count towards your feats. I don't care. I don't care if they count towards my feats or not. You know, it's usually for me, the way I farm Conquest, the last 3 or 4 days, I'm done with the feats. I'm just farming nodes. So just let me go in there and hit sim. It also doesn't use up your stamina. So it doesn't matter. You can go in there and just be like, yeah, I'm going to sim that 15 times. Then I'm going to refresh my energy, and oh my God, this is going to be such a time saver. Thank you so much, CG. It will not complete feats, it will not use stamina, it will use your Conquest energy, and you must manually complete the node once to access it. I'm assuming you need to 3-star it. Maybe you don't even need to 3-star it, which is huge. But this is the biggest... I'm not trying to search anything, go away. This is probably the biggest quality of life benefit for me. What is going on here? I don't think I've ever had a browser crash like that before. That's crazy. Okay, so this has got to be, simming the bonus nodes in Conquest, got to be the best quality of life improvement they've done. But yeah, other than that, guys, they've changed a little bit on the personal rewards. They've added an even smaller milestone, further encouraging people to engage in the Crate Dragon. I don't think we're going to get a new raid for at least another 6 months, so just start investing in it, try to get the rewards from that. Really, really big deal. They're also changing and fixing the 5 attempts. So any additional newly started Crate Dragon raids are now supposed to just lock in at 5 attempts. After you submitted those 5, you're not going to get any more. So deal with it, I guess. CG only wants you to run 5 teams. That's fine. That's fine. The Calcestis kit reveal. I probably won't go over this in too much detail, guys, because obviously it's old hat now. I missed the shout out when it first came to the forum. You know, we're 2 days late on this. I'm sure you've all seen the kit reveal. But ultimately, what's happening is he's a monster. He's an absolute monster. He's got a very interesting kit where he changes his configuration or his stance. He's going to be using, you know, either he'll be there with his pistol and his lightsaber, or he'll be there with his saber staff, or he'll be there with his crossguard lightsaber, or he'll be there with his dual wield. He's got an insta-kill. He's phenomenal in TB, and he will fit very well into Jedi team. He's going in JML. All right. He's in PvP environments. You will probably throw him under JML. Maybe you'll throw in a Jedi Knight Luke, but nobody really uses much of a Jedi Knight Revan setup at the start. I really like him. I think he's going to be well worth investing to a high Relic level. Relic 8 is probably the sweet spot for Jedi Knight Cal. He is an attacker. No need for Relic 9 until, you know, he gets required for some new legendary event. I don't know. But yeah, really, really cool. There's only one thing left that I really want to talk about, and that's to do with the data mines that we had recently around this title update. So let's go ahead and bring that up very quickly. I mean, I'm not gonna bring up loads of it. Bear with me here one moment. So yeah, if we just take a look at these game assets right now, I'm sure that many people have already talked about this to death, but we do have Taron Malicos information here. Now, these pictures like this are designed to showcase an event, either within the journey guide, you know, or within the events tab. Similar to how when you get a marquee, you get this sort of thing. When you get a brand new event come to the game, you get a little bit of background art. Taron Malicos, those of you who don't know, was a boss within Fallen Order, pivotal character within the development of the story there. Very interesting character. Most likely, he's going to be a dark side unaligned Force user. I doubt they'll give him the Sith tag. He may even get Night Sister as a tag. Who knows? I imagine Dark Side Unaligned Force user. Where he fits into the game, I don't know. I can't imagine he'll be another booster for Night Sisters. Maybe he will, to create another Night Sister split. Not entirely certain. Whether or not he actually comes to the game as a playable character is a different matter. Yes, we can see we've got a portrait for him. We've got portraits of a crate. That doesn't necessarily mean we've got Taron Malicos as a playable character. We've got ability icons for him down here. Like these, obviously these are the Zeffo Guardian droids that we were talking about earlier. We've got Purge Trooper, we've got Triller, we've got security droids, we've got some of the bounty hunter droids that we see in the Fallen Order game. These are all ability icons for Cal Kestis. These are ability icons for Taron Malicos, but that still doesn't mean he's going to be a playable character. You get these on enemies, such as raid bosses. You can see these icons for their abilities when you click on them. Enemies within events. We already know for certain that you can see Taron Malicos as one of the enemies on the Jedi Knight Cal journey, okay? So if we go over here and we check out Tier 3, we look at Jedi Knight Cal's mission, and we go to Tier 4 over here, you can see Cal confronts Taron Malicos on Dathomir, where he seeks a Zeffo Astrium required for an ancient vault, yada yada yada. So we could safely assume that in this battle we fight Taron Malicos. So he will have his abilities, his kit there, for sure. That being said, I still think it is highly likely that Taron Malicos comes to the game in one way or another, be it a marquee or an upcoming brand new conquest. We've just finished off the last conquest where we got the Fury class Interceptor. I hope everybody got it for the upcoming Leviathan, of course, which means we need a new Taron. We need a new conquest unit. Is Taron Malicos going to be a conquest unit? Quite likely. I think we're due a light side character, but they could just as easily go with a dark side character next, and it could be Taron. I thought he might be the reward for a special mission on Zeffo. I know it doesn't make entire sense. It's more to fit in the theme of the Fallen Order character arc and all that. He really fits on Dathomir rather than on Zeffo. But hey, who knows? Likelihood, I would say pretty high that we get Taron Malicos. Whether or not he'll be any good, probably, is what I would say. Probably. I think that about covers it for news, guys. Now, I appreciate this is not my normal remit of how I do my videos, guys. I know you're usually expecting to see a little bit more exuberance from me, but I am just chilling. I'm relaxing and trying not to be so stressed upon myself on creating content and being that engaging character. I want to show you guys just a little bit more of who I am as a person rather than a persona online. So if you're okay with me just being kind of chill and chatting with you, please just give a like, give a subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below. Just trying different things. And I hope you enjoy it. So, till the next time, guys, peace out. May the Force be with you.